Hello, this is Craig Askin, Mercer County Extension Agent. Today I'm going to try some new type of programming to hopefully better enable you to have a visual of things that I've been talking about. Today I would like to talk about a weed that most of us don't like in our yards, and that is this one right here, the dandelion. I've been receiving a lot of calls on what to do with dandelion control. First, we need to understand what dandelions actually are. Dandelions are a simple perennial weed, meaning that they will form a root system one year and then a flower like this the second year. Most people don't like dandelions in their yard in the spring, and that is very understandable. But what can we do about it? Actually, to truly get good control of dandelions, we need to do a fall spray application. We can spray legally dandelions in the spring, but it's kind of just a look good type of chemical application if we apply a chemical in the spring. Where basically we'll kill off the dandelions in the spring, but they will germinate and represent themselves in the fall in the following spring. To get a true good dandelion control, we need to do a fall application. So now the type of chemicals that we can use. We are kind of limited. If we refer to our weed control guide, on page 69 and 92, we have information on how to control dandelions. On page 69, it gives us a list of chemicals that are registered to use for dandelions in a residential setting. Our most popular one is 2,4-D. Now, if we use 2,4-D, we have to have an understanding of the type of 2,4-D formulation that we're using. There is 2,4-D amine and 2,4-D ester. Ester is more volatile. So the amine option is usually better to use in the springtime when we are going to use 2,4-D to control dandelions, because 2,4-D, we have to understand, is also very toxic to any flowers or shrub trees or any new plantings in our garden or apple leaves or anything like that. 2,4-D will definitely injure them if we're not careful on our drift applications. So if we're going to do this, we need to use a calm day, and we need to apply the 2,4-D at the recommended levels listed on the label. We also have to understand that how we apply the chemical will work also. So fertilizing our lawns with fertilizer and then spraying for our dandelions a couple days later doesn't necessarily give us the best control. Some of the products that we can purchase in our retailer outlets, such as Weed Be Gone and stuff like that, are actually a combination of herbicide chemicals that have more than just 2,4-D in them and actually are quite harsh. So we need to really pay attention to how bad of a situation we have with our dandelions before we use them. There is also different formulations that are sold under the 2,4-D label, as far as Trimec, which means is basically a chemical with 3 different types of herbicides in it. So we need to pay attention to that. Glyphosate products will work on Roundups also, but we have to remember that glyphosate is a contact herbicide, and it will kill all vegetation in the area. So if we spray Roundup, it will kill our desirable grasses or desirable vegetable species, flower species, or whatever else we may have in our yards if the chemical comes in contact with it. We can use some combinations of things also. We got dicamba listed here in the weed control guide and stinger. Those are kind of more on the commercial use and more in the agricultural sector. So we have to understand that whatever environment we are in to control dandelions plays a factor into it too. The types of chemicals that are labeled to be used in city residential area are way different than the types of chemicals we can use in an agricultural sector or in a ditch so far to control dandelions. So hopefully this gives you a little idea of how to go about managing dandelion control to get the best results. A fall application after Labor Day is recommended. But if you don't want to look at them all summer long, you can spray a pesticide such as 2,4-D amine and get some type of control. And you won't have to necessarily look at them all summer long, but have the understanding that it is just a look type chemical application, meaning they will disappear but that you will not kill them, and they will be present again next spring. If you would have any other questions on this, you are sure free to call me or any other of your local county extension agents, or you can also stop by the office and pick up your weed control guide, or we do have publication on dandelion control that we can also give you. Thank you, and hopefully you will have more updates like this in the future, and please give me your comments on how you like this. Thank you.